All right, guys, first let's congratulate the winner, Jaron Boots Ennis.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Boots, anything you want to say before we ask the media to ask you questions?
No, I just want to say, shout out to my friends and family that came out. Appreciate the support and the love. Shout out to Showtime. Continue to keep putting me on this platform. And, let's get it. They might as well call me Mr. Showtime now.
Bozy, anything you want to say?
Thank everybody for coming out. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, we'll take some questions from the media. We'll start over
So
here.
we're just going to ask you guys, make sure you speak nice and clear into the mic so we can hear everybody.
I got it.
And I just want to ask you, Jaron, congratulations on the win, first of all.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You had spoken before, and we had shared some information. We did a nice feature on the show about the young man in Pittsburgh that you're helping out.
Yes.
Can you tell the press here and the people watching you dedicated the fight tonight to this young fella?
Most definitely. I dedicated this fight to Jax. He's a 7-year-old kid from Pittsburgh. He going through some things, and I just wanted to help out. Try to find him a match for his what he have. Bone marrow.
Yeah. So Jax has a rare disease that is he is in need of a bone marrow transplant. He's a 7-year-old boy. I guess a rare, but an affliction that does affect people all across the country and the world. And the opportunity for it is a fatal disease, and there is a chance to save the young man's life or anybody with this fatal disease if they find a bone marrow match. So there's an organization called Be the Match where you can register and find out if you're a match for Jax or someone else that is in need.
Yeah, it only take 3 seconds, swab, and
Jaron did it. Unfortunately, Black and Latino Americans under-index in this registry, and you need to be if you have Latin blood, Latino blood, or Black blood, you need that. You need that ethnicity to be a match, to potentially be a match. And unfortunately, there's not as many Latino and Black donors in the registry. So I think that's why Jaron took up this cause and why we were so proud to hear about it and to be part of it and help amplify it as best we can. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were all aware.
Yeah, most definitely. It's bigger than, inside the ring. You got outside the ring, too, You got to help everybody.
It is. So
it's bigger than boxing. This is bigger than boxing.
We'll pass Mike.
Questions?
Jaron, congratulations on your victory. Did you break a sweat in there, first and foremost?
Most definitely, yeah. I broke a little sweat, I was just getting, filling them out and things like that.
Again, the narrative is you don't go past the 6. You finished them in 2. Did you want to get more work today?
At the end of the day, like I always say, my slogan right now like a robbery. And I really, it don't really matter to me. As long as I get the job done, win, and look good doing it, and making a big statement, it don't really matter if it's the first round or the 12th round. So you might as well, I'm saying.
This was, of course, an IBF title eliminator. You're now the #1 contender. Mm-hmm. Errol Spence sitting front row. Mm-hmm. Right after the fight ended, you went to the apron. You were speaking in Errol's direction. Was that targeted at Errol, or who are you speaking to?
Most definitely. I'm #1 in the IBF now, so like I said, it's time to go fishing.
I was actually talking to Cameron Duncan after the fight regarding your future, and Errol Spence was right next to me. I asked Errol Spence if he's going to be fighting you, and he just told me Crawford. So considering that you might be the second coming of Terrence Crawford trying to find people who might want to fight you, how do you see your career moving forward and getting those big-time fights that you need to have a star-making performance?
First of all, I ain't the second coming of nobody. I got my own style, my own swag. Like I said before, if he don't fight Crawford, I'm here. And I'll definitely take the fight. I'm ready to continue to keep showing these guys that I'm the best welterweight in the world.
Hey, Mike Hoppinger with ESPN. Congrats, Jaron Ennis.
Thank you.
Amazing performance again. What do you think it's going to take for you to get the big fight? Obviously, you're at a point right now where guys aren't in a rush to fight you. You're going to be the mandatory, and you'll get a title, it seems, one way or another. Mm-hmm. But is there anything you think you can do in particular to try to make it easier? I'm
with Showtime now. I feel like the big fights is, set in stone now. I'm here, and I feel like a big fight is next. And, I'm going to continue to keep fighting, like, big-name fighters and stuff like that from here on out.
You know, it feels like people don't talk about you enough as a power puncher, but you're getting guys out of here pretty quick over and over and over. And Clayton was a guy that showed pretty good defense in a lot of his past fights.
Yeah, he was, a durable guy. I actually thought he was going to get up from the shot, but I guess my new name, the Revolver.
So
6 shots.
Should you be listed as one of the biggest punchers in boxing?
If y'all want to, I mean, it speaks for itself, look at my knockout percentage.
Chris. I got it.
Yo,
I got it.
you already catching flies.
Anybody else? Keith?
Catch a bull with your teeth.
What?
Jaron, in the back here. Keith Heidig from BoxingScene.com.
Oh, I see.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. How do you expect it to be now moving forward in that you're the mandatory, but Spence is obviously going to fight Crawford, or expected to fight Crawford next, and most people are not going to want to fight you after what they saw again tonight. How do you expect to get opponents to get into the ring with you after what you did tonight?
I mean, like I said before, I got Showtime behind me. I feel like we can get these big name fights, and as long as the money talks, I think they're gonna get in that ring. So you will see.
Tell him, Bozy.
Yeah. Oh, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Talked to Steven. He was saying if we don't get the title shot from Spence, we probably will fight Thurman if he give up the titles, for the titles. And if we don't get him, we're going to wind up fighting Stenionis. So one of them got to fight him sooner or later. So, yeah, and it should be pretty soon.
Bozy, would you expect Thurman to really entertain the idea of fighting your son?
I don't know. A lot of these guys, they say they'll fight him, and then next thing you know, they fight somebody else.
I think he'll do it because he got to get back into the picture.
Not only that, though, it's for the titles.
Yeah.
So for the titles, I think he will take a chance for the titles. You know what I mean? Other than that, he wouldn't.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ken.
All right, Boots.
What's up?
Before the fight, he said, we'll wait until after the fight to talk about, you having that title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you done took care of business. Pretty much was like easy work. So, like, what is it now? Like you said, Coach Bozy said, like, it's either Thurman or Stanionis for the titles. But like you said, it really doesn't matter, don't it?
Yeah, it don't really matter who it is. I just want to continue to, put on great shows and build my legacy, and win these belts and go ahead and move up to 54. So I want to grab all the belts at 47 and then go to 54. So let's get it.
Hey, Boots, Cameron Buford here, voice of the fans by way of LA News Observer. The other day you talked about giving back to your community and being an example and giving back to your kids. Would you speak further? I walked in kind of halfway through the story about you working with the young boy, but will you speak about why that is still so important to you?
What the kids and
Either one.
Oh,
Both of them. I think that's just a great example.
Right.
The story working with the boys is just a great example, but
Yeah.
working with the kids overall, I think that speaks volumes about you as a person.
Oh yeah, most definitely. My dad got a couple young fighters. L got a couple young fighters, and Sean got a couple young fighters, and they in tournaments, and some of them pro, and they look up to me and stuff like that. So I do my part is being around and motivating them and trying to get them to get to the next level and try to better them. So on Monday I'll be back in the gym. I'll probably train and help the kids out, give them pad work, work on a few things with them, and that's about it. Boxing is my life.
Also, you said how dynamic you wanted to be tonight. Were you as dynamic as you wanted to be? And then looking into when you go back into the gym, what's something that you want to work on?
I really was like just getting into my groove, so I can't really say. I gotta go back and watch it and see, but when I go back to the gym, I'm just continue to keep working on everything, and that's you never can stop learning. So I feel like I'm gonna just continue to keep being great, and keep working on different things and trying to better my career, take my career to the next level.
Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. I want to ask you, did you know much about this opponent that you were fighting tonight, and what particular strategy came into your mind when you first got into the ring?
Like I said before, I don't watch film on guys that I fight unless I seen them fight before. But yeah, I let my team do that. Look at the guys that I'm fighting, and I focus on listening to them and sticking to the game plan. So that's about it.
So you had a reason for fighting this particular guy?
No, that's who they lined me up to fight. I didn't pick them. You want to say something?
Manuk? Oh, yeah. Jaron, you had a R.I.P. Grandma lot on the back of your trunks. Can you tell us what that was about?
Oh, yeah. My grandma passed away about 2 years ago. Man, it was May 7th. So 2 years and a week. So my grandma passed away, and that's my dad, mom, and that was everything to me. My grandma taught me how to play pity pat, card games and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just a shit big. Yeah. Oh yeah, and my grandma made my first boxing outfit. It was a lot of things she did for me. She was everything. But now she watching over me.
And family's very important to you, obviously. You had a lot of friends and family. How many people would you say were out here to support you here tonight?
Man, I don't know. It was a lot of people out here. Every time my peoples was going out, they go out to the crowd, see what's out there. They tell me, I said, man, I came out here for boots. Everybody kept saying that, so I don't know. I feel like I had a lot of people out here. So
it was easy to spot because everyone was wearing pink. What's the story behind the pink?
It's something I picked. I wanted to wear silver and pink, and I just added white in there, and that's about it. So, yeah, and I could in breast cancer too. Breast cancer awareness. People that got breast cancer, so I thought about that too. So,
and last one for me. What song did you come out to in the beginning of the fight?
I came out to my man right there. That's my cousin Nilo Wright. It's called Rocket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stephen Guarino, KO Artist Sports. Congrats, Ennis.
Appreciate it.
People at the press conference were asking you, on paper, this was your toughest opponent. What do you think it says that he didn't meet the first bell?
I mean, every time I fight somebody, they always say it's the toughest fight, and I go in there and I make it look easy, and then they be like, I'm supposed to do that. At the end of the day, I just, like I said, I go in there and do me, and I don't worry about what people say. Yeah, I could fight the Incredible Hulk, and I knock the Incredible Hulk out. They come like, oh, he was supposed to do that. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna just keep doing my job, keep doing me.
When you landed the shot, did you know it was over? Did you feel it when it landed in your hand that it was gonna keep going?
I mean, I was setting it up, but when I set it up and I touched him with the jab first, I seen he was going to the side, so I just tried to bring it down, and I thought he was gonna get up, and I thought he was, but I guess he was hurt, but. What can I do? As long as I came home victorious.
Lastly, I talked to your dad after, and he said he wants more rounds, but I mean that's a good problem to have, right? That you're not getting them.
I mean, like I always say, we train for 15 rounds in the gym. We train hard. I train 4-minute rounds. I've been sparring 12, 13 rounds with 3-4 different guys, super middleweights, light heavyweights, 60 pounders, 54. I was in great shape. I could have did that all night long, but I'm always, like I said, I'm always in shape, and I'm always ready. Thank you. Yeah, you heard it.
The longer these dudes wait, the worse it's gonna get.
Hey, Boots. Adriana Noriega at ABN Sports Media. Congratulations, first of all. 29-0, 27 knockouts, but you're only 24 years old. Talk to me about, have we not even seen the best Boots Ennis yet? You haven't even reached your prime.
No, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, basically. Like I always say, you only seen about 30% of me. I really haven't had to get in my bag yet. I was just getting warm, and I was about to start doing different things, but, I caught him early, so, maybe the next fight we'll see some more tricks and stuff like that.
Obviously, the main event, undisputed. What were your thoughts, your reaction to Jermell?
That was a great fight. If I'm not mistaken, I said that Jermell was going to stop him, and he did. It was a great fight. They was going back and forth. He was doing a lot of, big punches and stuff like that, and was a good war. You know, and Jermell did his thing, and Castano did his thing too. Shout out to them.
Motivation for you to eventually become undisputed at some point, right?
Most definitely motivation for me to become undisputed. You know, fighting in front of millions of people.
Boots, Danny Alvarez here, BoxingVoice.com. First and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
After the fight, you said you were going to go fishing. Saw you throughout that.
Yeah.
That hook. Did you think you're going to get a bite? You think he's going to bite and take that fight, whether it's next or not? Do you think we'll see that in the near future?
I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like if he don't fight, like I said, if he don't fight Crawford, I'm here. And, like I said, it's time to go fishing. You know, I'm here. If he can't get Crawford, he can get me. I'm here.
Any more questions for Boots?
I got you.
Hey, Boots, I got 2 questions for you. The first one, I was here late, so they might have already asked you this, but after you got your knockout win, it seemed that you had said some words towards the direction of Errol Spence. I was just curious, like, what was said there, and what did you hear back?
No, I said it's time to go fishing, and I put my reel out. It's time to go fishing. You know, it's time to make these big fights happen. I've been said, I've been ready. It's time to take my career to the next level and fight these big guys, whether it's Errol Spence, Bud, or Keith Thurman. You know, I'm ready.
And the reason why he said that, because Spence said he's the big fish.
And my last question for you, Jaron, how much better do you feel you can be, and what haven't you shown yet in these fights?
Yeah, like I just said it before. Yeah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You know, only seen about 30% of me. I was just getting in my bag, my groove, and you know, hopefully, you know, next fight I can show a little bit more tools. But if not, and I get a knockout early again, so be it.
Anyone else for Boots? All right, how about we give him one last hand before he heads out?
Thank you.
Brian Castaño should be here in a few minutes.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now set to resume our press conference as we are now pleased to welcome one half of our main event tonight, a man that gave us 2 incredible performances, a true warrior, either or, a true warrior. The first fight, back and forth, came out to a draw. And then this fight, it's rare you repeat an incredible performance, but that's exactly what both men did here tonight. And this fight lived up to the hype in the rematch. Unfortunately, he came up short, but he certainly does not need to hang his head down low because he left it all in the ring. Both men left it back and forth, tight rounds, and he came up just a bit short. The pride of Argentina, Brian El Boxy Castaño. Also, when you ask a question, allow Martin Batar, our translator. He's going to translate. And Brian. Oh, you will? Okay. All right. We'll resume, but feel free to continue. Media, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you as soon as we can.
Hola, Brian, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo está? ¿Bien? Tranquilo.
Te respeto tanto por correr detrás de él y te estaba abrazando todo el tiempo y tú le traíste la pelea. ¿Ese plan de él de completamente no tratar de pelear fue parte del plan de él?
Yo creo que sí. Creo que su estilo es así también, ¿no? Y la estrategia de él era boxearme, capaz. Él decía que iba a venir a atacarme, pero no. Realmente él lo que le salía mejor fue boxear. A partir de sexto en adelante vio que le resultó boxear y eso hizo, ¿no?
Sí. Tú boxeaste.
The question was, I admire you, I respect you because you really brought the fight to Charlo. Charlo didn't want to really press the action, and do you agree with that? And Brian said, yeah, well, that was probably his plan. he never really pressed me, but that's his style. It always is, and he did what he had to do. Yeah.
Brian, Willy Suárez, boxeo cubano. Me imagino que tú te tienes que sentir bien orgulloso de lo que tú hiciste en la primera pelea y en esta pelea, porque yo sé que por lo menos los latinos que estábamos esta noche aquí, incluyéndome a mí como periodista que viene a cubrirte, nos sentimos muy orgullosos de ti.
You gotta be very proud of what you did in the last fight and tonight's, of course, including myself. So you gotta be proud of what you did, and every Latino is proud of you.
Bueno, realmente te agradezco de corazón por tus palabras, por el apoyo. Realmente intenté darle una guerra como se lo esperaba la gente. Realmente la primera pelea me sentí ganador. Esta pelea, bueno, peleas son peleas y más en este nivel. Es un boxeador que pega duro y me enganchó justo. Realmente me enganchó y bueno, lo pagué arriba del ring. Creo que me desprotegí un poco. Pero bueno, peleas son peleas, estoy con ganas, con fuerza para seguir adelante. Creo que tenemos todavía hilo en el carretel como para seguir adelante.
Thank you a lot. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. I tried to do my best work possible. I promised that I would do. And I feel that I won the first fight. But tonight he caught me, and that was it. Nothing to say about, but I feel like I still have a lot to do in boxing.
All right, James Weller, the boxing source here. Brian, I know that there was a lot of chatter back and forth as far as like trash talk, but by the end of the fight, both of y'all gave respect to each other as competitors. What did it mean to get that compliment from Jermell Charlo, as he said that you're a warrior and a really, really good fighter?
Hubo se dijeron muchas cosas de ustedes dos durante la previa, pero al fin se dieron un abrazo y al final de la pelea y él te elogió. ¿Qué significa que para vos que él te haya elogiado y haya dicho que sos realmente un guerrero?
No, creo que realmente los dos sabemos que tanto él como yo somos dos guerreros que subimos arriba a dejar todo. Creo que los dos tenemos mérito de estas peleas, ¿no? Que de la primera y de esta segunda, ¿no? Como se dio. Realmente estoy contento.
We both know that we are warriors and we go into the ring to live it all, and that's what we did. So he's a warrior, I'm a warrior, and ¿qué fue lo último que dijiste? I'm happy.
Sí.
I'm happy about that.
Pero realmente las peleas son así, peleas de este nivel.
Fights are fights at this level.
Es un momento donde uno comete un error y pasa estas cosas que te vas al piso.
It takes just a little mistake for that you can pay really bad at this level of boxing. That's what happened.
A question in the back here.
Hey, Brian, Cameron Buford, Voice of the Fans, LA News Observer. Congratulations on an awesome performance. Even in the loss, you showed, I think you gained some fans here in LA. In the second round, it looked like he caught you early in the second round. And I want to know about kind of what did you feel he did differently in this fight that he didn't do in the second fight? He talked about fighting off the ropes a little bit better, which it looked like he did. And can you explain that to us?
Primero que nada, felicitaciones porque a pesar de la derrota cumpliste una gran actuación y creo que te ganaste muchos fans en el día de hoy. Quisiera saber si me pareció que él te conectó en el segundo round y además, ¿qué crees que hizo él diferente en esta pelea comparado con la anterior?
Primero que nada, muchas gracias, es un placer.
First of all, thank you a lot for your praise.
La verdad que, bueno, lo que realmente hizo diferente fue intentar boxear del sexto en adelante. Creo que los primeros rounds fue donde más presión le metí. Estoy de acuerdo que en el segundo me conectó, pero yo estaba decidido a buscar la pelea y a tratar de ganarla como debía, ¿no? Peleas son peleas, vuelvo a decirlo. Charlo es un gran rival, un rival fuerte que pega y está para cualquiera de los dos.
Thanks for your words again. And I think the difference was that Charlo this time around, he tried and achieved to outbox me, especially from the 6th round on. And obviously I applied the most pressure during the first 6 rounds, but he was smarter this time. And fights are fights, and he caught me. That was the difference. And yes, I probably felt a punch. ¿Qué golpe fue el segundo?
El segundo, no sé, creo que fue.
Yeah, one. Yeah, I got connected in the second, but I mean, not a biggie. Yeah.
Brian, Keith Heidick from BoxingScene.com. I just have 2 questions for you. In the beginning of the fight, did you feel that you hurt him at any point because you got him to back off and he initiated some clinching there in the first couple of rounds? Do you feel that you hurt him at any point?
La primera pregunta es, ¿crees que durante los primeros rounds lo tuviste sentido en algunos pasajes porque se veía como que él agarraba mucho, hacía muchos clinches? ¿Sentís que lo conectaste, que lo sentiste?
Sí, creo que él sabe que también pego, no soy un, como dije en su momento, un Lucas Matiz, un Chino Maidana que pega y tiran, pero donde pego duele y realmente lo he lastimado, pero bueno, realmente estoy contento por la performance que hice, creo que puedo prolijar cosas y tratar de trabajar de otra manera, pero se dio como se dio. Hoy en día estamos un poco dolidos por esta derrota, pero seguimos adelante.
Yeah, I think I connected him. He probably hurt some of my punches, but obviously I'm not a puncher like Maidana or Matisse, but I can still punch. He knows it. But like I said again, I'm happy that with my performance, despite the loss, of course, and I feel that there's some big room for corrections and improvements in my boxing.
I just have one other question. It's for Sebastian and for Brian. I'm not sure if you guys are aware what the scorecards read, but he won 8 of 9 rounds on one of the scorecards. He was ahead 89-82, 88-83, and 87-84. I just wonder if you guys could comment on what the scoring was up to the point of the knockout.
My comment on that? Bullshit. Again, even worse than in Texas. But let me translate. Dice, no sé si lo sabían, la verdad no lo sabíamos. Dice, en una de las tarjetas le dio 8 rounds. Le dieron 8 rounds.
¿A Charlo? ¿Quién?
Who was that judge? Glenfer, el que nos cruzamos en el ascensor.
Oh, ese hijo de puta.
We did. This is a joke. We didn't know. ¿Qué pensás?
No, realmente 8 rounds nunca ganó. Realmente estoy, qué sé yo. Peleas son peleas y cada uno puntúa como puede o como quiere o como le gusta el boxeo realmente. Creo que tal vez tengo que, no sé, modificar mi estilo y tratar de boxear de contra y tirar poca mano, qué sé yo.
What can I'm translating, of course. What can I say? Everybody is entitled to their own judgment, but, you know, probably I have to start changing my style and become myself a counter puncher. Because it's not working with the judges. Really? 8 out of 9?
¿La pelea del año?
Fue la pelea del año.
I think so. fue una pelea dura realmente, pero me gustaría verla. Yo no la vi. Creo que fue una pelea de poder a poder donde la gente también se prendió en el estadio y eso es muy lindo, ¿no? Tratar de transmitirle eso a la gente y que la gente esté enfurecida por la pelea, la verdad que es hermoso.
It was definitely a tough fight. I need to watch it, of course. But what I really like is the atmosphere, how the fans and the people get caught in the heat of the fight. It's always a pleasure for me to transmit that to fans. That's why that's my style.
Okay, guys, just one more question for Brian. What after this one? One more question.
Did Charlo put you in an uncomfortable position when he started boxing you?
Creo que me incomodó porque yo esperaba que venga a guerrear, pero realmente dije, bueno, aprovecho estos rounds para descansar un poquito y terminar 10, 11 y 12 con fuerza, pero realmente no le saco méritos a Charlo, es un gran peleador fuerte, donde hoy le tocó ganar, pero bueno, peleas son peleas, como te digo, como dije anteriormente, ojalá Dios quiera pueda tener otra oportunidad de pelear con él, o si no con cualquiera el que venga, pero realmente no hay que sacar de mérito.
Somehow he put me in an somehow I'm comfortable when he started boxing because of all he said in the leading days. I was expecting him to be more aggressive, but it's not that I'm taking anything from him, away from him. He's a great boxer, but he put me in an uncomfortable position. And, well, it is what it is. Fights are fights, and I hope to have a new opportunity. Either is it against him or other, but yeah, I will have another opportunity.
Hi Brian, Duncan McKenzie-McCarthy from Fox Sports Australia. Great fight. I'm not sure if he knew, but Aussie fighter Tim Tszyu was watching the fight tonight. He says he has a similar style to you, brings a lot of pressure like you. How do you think Tim would go in a fight against Jermell, and how would you go in a fight against Tim?
No sé si has tenido la posibilidad de ver a Tim Tszyu, que estuvo hoy viendo la pelea, y ¿qué pensás? Como que él dice que Tszyu tiene un estilo más o menos similar al tuyo. ¿Cómo crees que le iría a Tszyu con Charlo y a vos contra Tszyu?
Bueno, primeramente a Tszyu no lo había visto, realmente no sabía que estaba, pero Tszyu es un gran peleador también, es un guerrero donde demostró también en la última pelea, pero bueno, peleas son peleas. Charlo es un gran peleador también y creo que Tszyu todavía se tiene que medir con otros peleadores antes de pelear con él. Creo que todavía no está aprobado al 100%, pero si le dan la oportunidad creo que estaría bueno. A mí me gustaría pelear con Tszyu, es una pelea donde él la estuvo buscando hace mucho tiempo y no tengo problema. Si se hace acá en Estados Unidos, yo peleo con cualquiera.
First of all, I didn't know he was present in the U.S. He's a great fighter, but he's probably a little not ready for the Charlos. He should face another opponent before that, even though he looked great when he beat Terrell Goucher. But this is a business. So I know he was looking after me. So if I'm offered a fight with him in the U.S. and makes sense, this is business, and I will take it.
Mike Cobbinger, ESPN. Brian, congrats on another great fight. Yeah, he mentioned Tim Tszyu was there. Sebastian Fundora was also ringside. 154 is really heating up right now, and obviously you're still going to be in a lot of really big fights. Is there somebody, do you have a preference for who you'd want to fight next besides Charlo?
Siguiendo con el comentario del colega, no solo estaba Tszyu, sino estaba Sebastián Fundora también viendo la pelea. Así que como esta división está demasiado caliente, ¿tenés alguna preferencia en especial de pelear con alguien?
Como dije anteriormente, peleo con el que sea. Con el que el público diga, Castaño, peleale a este, voy con ese. No tengo ningún problema. A mí me encantan los retos difíciles y voy con cualquiera. Tengo que pelear con Tissue, tengo que pelear con el que sea, ahí estaré. Con Fundora, con el que sea. Realmente son buenos peleadores que me gustaría enfrentarlos. No hay ningún problema. A 154 libras está picante.
I'll fight anybody, and because I like the tough challenges. And you're right. This division is really hot at the moment, but I'll face anyone they put in front of me, and especially I would like to fight what people like me to fight. So I'm ready.
Brian, thank you. Sebastian, thank you. Congratulations on a great fight. I think it'll go down as one of the best of the year, if not the best, and maybe the best in this legendary building.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Jermell Charlo will be up in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for the second part of our main event. The man gave us two incredible performances last year, and now in what we already discussed, a potential fight of the year contender. And he is now boxing's new undisputed king in the super welterweight division as he is making his way over here. As we have a trainer, Derek James, who in my opinion is one of the best trainers in the world. I don't think this man gets enough credit for what he's been able to do with guys like Errol Spence Jr. And now a new undisputed king, Jermell Ironman Charlo, as he makes his way here with a devastating knockout of Brian Castaño to now become boxing's 7th undisputed champion. And he's talked about he doesn't care about your pound-for-pound list. The main list he's wanted to be on is the undisputed list, and he's done that. He's made history, and he's achieved his dream. Here is Jermell Charlo and trainer Derek James.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I need some apologies from you fucking
No, you don't. You don't need
hating
that.
motherfuckers.
No, you don't need that.
Straight up.
You proved it, so you don't
Hey,
need
what's
no
popping,
apology.
everybody? Thank y'all
You
for
don't need no apology.
being the reporters, even if y'all hate, even if y'all don't really respect the Lions Only movement, even if y'all don't like our attitudes, even if y'all don't really like the way I box and how I move and how I do it. Y'all got no choice but to respect this champion, undisputed, and I don't think it's too many of us out here. So I'm excited. Thank you for my team, Lions Only. We was really like solid, baby. We y'all held it down for the most part, and that's what I'm really like stoked about. Training camp was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like we went to the waters with this shit. Like we went really deep into training camp. Juan Guzman, shout out to you. Shout out to Titus Adams. Big shout out to Derek fucking James. He's supposed to be the motherfucking trainer of the year. And that's what y'all need to be giving these accolades and respect to. Speak it down. We got a lot of the year left. And this accomplishment and these accomplishments are what we worked on and what we wanted. We all accomplished and achieved things together. So I want to just give a big round of applause to Derek James, bro. Earl Spence, Derek James, me, my twin brother, we all won. We're a big union, big unity. So I guess.
That was one of the best fights we've seen at this venue, and that's saying a lot. There have been a lot of incredible wars, battles at this venue. High level, high skill, and incredible action. I don't know, Derek, do you have any comment on what you saw in the ring tonight in terms of ability, skill, and excitement?
I think that I saw like 2 or 3 fights in one. You know what I mean? Like at the beginning, it was a different type of fight. I think that in the middle, it was a different kind of fight. Once he settled down, once he settled down, and once he was able to settle down, I think it was like, and even in the like mid to later rounds, I was like, settle down. I know you really want this shot, but you're throwing the shot too fast. When you ease into it, he's going to walk right into it. And the 1-2s, even in camp, I kept saying the 1-2, that's what's going to catch him. And with the movement, he has to keep adjusting, keep readjusting. So Jermell did everything he needed to do to set up all the shots.
I remember like getting in the middle of the round, I think like 3 or 4, and I was trading, came back to the corner, feeling like, motherfucker, like, yeah, like you gonna bang it out with me.
Right.
So they're like, we don't gotta get into that type of fight. all right, I'm gonna give it like 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds, and then I get back on the outside and box him, and then just be a little bit more clever and use my skills and technique to just lead us to victory. We don't got to worry about the knockout. My show was trying to get it.
And really, I was telling them really what the thing about it. A lot of times he was missing the shots, so I would tell him shoot to the shoulder, shoot to the, because here he's always gonna keep ducking. So the shots we threw were shots that ran him into another shot. So when you shoot the shot, the other shot, the second shot he hit him with was the one that made him crumble. So it was like he ran him into another shot. So it was not just the first shot, it was the second shot or the third shot that was really getting him. It was a good fight though.
And one good thing about Derek James, I mean, well, let me pause that. One great thing about Castano is like his game plan is to possibly try to win the end of the rounds and get in good shots towards the end of the round. And it was like, hold on, I got to be aware of that. I went in there the first couple rounds, and I'm like, I got to stay strong on everything he's doing, you know what I'm saying, and be aware. Right. So I'm trying to be aware, and I was, just trying to tune out everybody else and just focus on what we've been working on. And so that jab to the body, you tried to be more effective using that, so it was cool. What you got going on, man?
Questions from the
Oh yeah, you about to speak.
questions from the press?
Ellie was the one of the first one.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Jermell, congratulations. Derek, congratulations tonight. I'd like to talk to you, Jermell, in particular, about from round 4 to 7, Castaño from round 4 to 7, he looked like he was staying with you. And all of a sudden, in round 7, you seem to have raised your level. What was it in round 7 that made you separate from him and start to make him be flat-footed?
Like in boxing, sometimes you could realize that you don't gotta how you knock people out, and sometimes it's like, okay, he pushing the action, but he kind of respecting my power. So it's like, hold on, I ain't gotta move that much. So from that point on, that's when I started realizing, oh man, I ain't finna do all of this extra shit. Like, come on here and run into a shot, and I just kept on trying to set that up, and that's how it happened.
He was breaking him down, to be honest. That's what it was.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
He was breaking him down.
That's just the Charlo way of breaking somebody down.
Breaking him down.
Was this your best performance, would you say?
I say yeah, because I showed the fans, I showed these haters that I could sit there and bang and trade. I can get hit with shots. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So I think by far I came in really in shape. I weigh 152. That haven't happened almost my whole time of being at 154. So, and I ain't done yet. I'm still growing and learning and making mistakes, and I can learn from this fight, learn from the last previous fights. So this is a rally right now. So I'm on my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tough to beat because of the fact that I got some power, some speed. I got good movement. I can set up shots and place them when I want to, and so I'm trying to be great.
Jermell, Sean Zattel, Fight Hype, congrats, man. Great performance. What were, and Derek, you could tell us too if that's okay, what were the adjustments from Fight 1 to Fight 2 that let you get the knockout? And was this, in terms of studying styles, was this a really good fight for young fighters to study being a boxer puncher?
Yeah, I think the fact that I thought, one thing that we tried to change up was like try not to be on the ropes too much. And I know everybody that's one of the main things. And, shoot some uppercuts from different angles, throw punches that he don't see. And that's what we did, play shots at really, really precise points of the body and just wear him down.
Right, and really the goal really was for Jermell to be able to create the punches that he wanted to throw. And he was able to create the punches he wanted to throw with his foot movement. Because Castano had to keep resetting, and he opens himself up for the other shots when he was just ready. And it all, everything, the punches that he landed to knock him out was over time. Because knockouts don't really, you might catch a guy, Mike Tyson, right? But Jermell's situation was different because he was breaking him down, and he created those shots he wanted to shoot. And like I said, we shooting these short shots. And that's what really caught him was a short shot, and it was the delayed reaction, I believe. It took him out.
Jermell, Mike Coventry, ESPN. Congrats on an amazing performance, becoming undisputed.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
you gonna change that list?
We love him. Don't worry about that.
I don't love him. I don't love him. You love him.
Hey, I was on you from the beginning. I know you remember that. So
that's my man. Go and ask your question.
So, first, you had the fight with Tony.
You gotta get your shit together. You always hating on people and shit. You see, you gotta come back to me now. You gotta respect me now. You got no choice but to respect me now. Yeah, I did what I had to do. Yeah. Now what? Oh, trying to look bad. He did see that. Come on. Yeah. All right, wait, go ahead and answer your question. Answer your question.
All right. So first fight with Tony Harrison, close fight. I thought you won, and you come back and you knock him out. This time you knock out Castaño after a close fight. What does that say about your boxing IQ? That you're making all these adjustments and getting knockouts after?
I'm high on IQ then. I mean, that's what ESPN wanted to hear. I mean, IQ is really high and great. I'm a clean fighter. I do everything. I try to not throw rabbit punches. I try to, use effective punches that matter in boxing, like my jab. And I use, strong punches. And I'm a very strong 154-pounder. And I've been at this weight for some years. So I'm trying to figure out, did y'all watch the first fight? A lot of those shots that Castano was throwing, even in this fight, they were sliding off the gloves. I was blocking majority of those punches. It just sounds good because of the crowd is rallied. But when you're a fanboy and you can't really never been in the fucking ring before, you will never fucking really understand what's really going on in there. Punches were slipped, punches were ducked, punches were blocked. And that's what Derek James teaches. And I was durable. I was going all 12. Unfortunately, my power gets stronger by the rounds. How about that?
Jermell, congratulations. Keith Heidick, BoxingScene.com. Will it be hard for you now, after performing at this elite level and accomplishing everything that you wanted to go and make mandatory defenses that are going to cost you a lot of money and sanctioning fees for defending all 4 titles?
Well, I have a great management team. If I gotta, do what I gotta do, I gotta do what I gotta do if I want to continue to box. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't really hate on I can't really worry about what sanctioning fees are. I get paid great, and they got to pay me even more for the shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I made history tonight. I became the undisputed champion at 154. Nobody has ever been the undisputed champion at 154 with 4-belt era, plus I'm African American. Let's go. I represent my people. For the ones that don't really believe that, shout out my mom, I heard you.
Jermell, Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. We are a black publication. I write a column called Ringside Update, and I want to know, how do you feel about, at the end of this fight, the big crowd, the people behind it? You made it a great fight. You made it one of the greatest fights in history, and I want to tip my hat to you and leave it off. How do you feel now?
I feel like I really accomplished something very, very important, that very, very major, something that's gonna stand for a very long time. Just every time they think about, I feel like I made it to a Hall of Fame level. As I know, hating ass ESPN ain't gonna tell me believe this, but I made it to a very, very strong, very, very strong pedestal in my career. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe that, I get to call the shots, I get to do what I do, and who knows what's next for me in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I listen to my coach. We're going to stick to the game plan, stay back in the training, because we know we got mandatories, bro. When you become the top tier like this, you got, for all these sanctionings, everybody number one, everybody want a shot at the title, and it's looking good. But I'm busy. They got to fight each other. I'm busy.
Thank you for putting on a great performance.
Good. James Bell of the Boxing Source here. Back in April, when we were talking about this fight, you said that you were going to knock him out, but also, have the patience from round 1 to round 12 to, try to work towards it. How is it to kind of actually execute that, and then in round 10 finally getting it, and then being named the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world?
Like I said earlier, it feels great, you know what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do. I stood strong in the, process of breaking him down. I didn't fold. I know he was coming, and I just kept letting him come. And eventually he would just, not beat us. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do.
Congratulations.
What's up, Ellie?
I'm good. Your face looks clean.
A little bit. Got a little busted lip and shit.
What was Earl Spence telling you during the fight? Because he got up between each round.
He was lit. Like not in a bad way. Like that. He was. You know when you can hear somebody and you knows. Yeah, there he go right there. It's my dog. Yeah, you know, Earl Spence is a motherfucking aggressive body shot throwing animal. So that one thing he would go to the body. He definitely. I definitely heard a bunch of that. You know, it was just like him and listening to him and listening to my twin brother and just listening to everybody that I could really represent. Just man, I recall everything almost like, and it's crazy, and I'm just like. Standing there, just boxing, just stay there. Don't worry about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? All them drums, where they at? Where them fucking drums at now? Yeah, I don't hear them drums beating. They boo me a little bit. This ain't my city. They try to act like the San Antonio and Texas, and they use all of that other BS. Now, you got no choice but to put me. You don't put me on your pound list. It's cool. I don't give a fuck about that. You gotta watch me. I'm undisputed.
Second half of the question. Nobody knows how hard you worked from the last fight to now. Tell us how hard and how inspirational it is for other fighters who want to accomplish something big.
Up and coming fighters, all you have to do is just really like tune into your body. You know, like learn your body, know yourself, enjoy who you are, love who you are, put God first, and just when it hurt, really like push yourself to the next level. And it's like every time, every day, it's gonna be hard. You know, like, it's even hard for us sometimes. It's, like, hard to get sparring partners. Everybody want a big check. You know, like, we just want to work, baby. So you got to use the top dogs in the top tier. Now, shout out to all my people that helped me get to this level. I'm thankful.
All right, just 2 more.
You sure? It's a lot of it. All
2
right,
more.
good. I'm undisputed, baby. 4 more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Jermell. How's it going? Duncan McKenzie-McCarg here from Fox Sports Australia. Congratulations, amazing achievement. I'm not sure if you were aware though, but Tim Tszyu was at the fight tonight watching you. Full respect from me, so just don't shoot the messenger here. But pre-fight, he said he expected you to win, but also said that you're a little bit soft and that you don't bring the pressure. Can I get your response to that? And what do you make of Tim as a fighter? And would you like to fight him, Jermell?
Well, I saw him his last fight. He should be quiet. He really
Didn't he
didn't
get
look.
dropped?
He didn't really look. So I don't really watch a lot of boxing.
motherfuckers out.
But just
Didn't
so
he
happened
just
I
get
did
dropped?
see him, and he didn't look so great. So I mean, there's nothing to answer. Nothing to answer. He didn't look so great the last time. He should work on his own situation.
He said stylistically he'd match up well against you, Jermell. Have you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Hey, it's different heat over here in America, baby.
Right, yeah,
it's different heat in America. How much Tim 2, whatever his fucking name is, how much they got? How much money they got?
Don't worry about it. You don't even, I answered that.
Yeah.
Would you take a fight against Tim?
Fuck you and Tim Kazoo. Change the mic. Like, stop asking me questions, dude.
All right, I think we have one more question.
Clown
in the back.
ass joke. Go ahead. We need more.
This is it.
What's up? It feels fucking amazing. You know why, bro? Because I could count back on who had that IBF belt before you, and you moved up, and you was like, everybody in our own lane, and I fucking love Texas, dog. We got Earl Spence at 47, me at 54, my brother at 60. We a fucking trio. We fucking the Bash Brothers. The motherfucking Bash Brothers. And he gonna get that title next, I'm telling you. And the money gonna keep going up, and we gonna feed our family. So how do I feel? I'm fucking amazing. Amazing.
All right. Can we get you guys to stand up and get a picture of the two of you? And then I'm going to ask Errol Spence and Jermell to come up and just do a picture of the 4 of you guys, please, together. Historic night. Congratulations. Terrific fight. Errol, come on up. Jermell, come on up. Quick picture. And then we call it a night.
Don't worry about that, man.
You a bitch. You fucking with the realest. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck you and Tim Kazoo. I'm busy this year.
Thank you, everyone, for coming on out to our post-fight presser. Once again, boxing's new undisputed king, Lions only, Jermell
Iron Man Charlo, Errol Spence Jr., the king at 147, and then, of course, the middleweight champ, Jermell Charlo as well. Derek James, one of the best, if not the best trainer in the world. I mean, what a performance, what fights that we had here, man, at the War Grounds. Possibly the best fight that we saw here. Excellent performance, and I cannot wait to see Jermell Charlo. But first, we got Jermell Charlo coming up in a little over a month down in Houston. You know it's going to be a party. That's going to be live on Showtime.